Welcome to Anxiety Pool.
Bing is chilling, clap syncing. Clap syncing? I didn't even hear that.
Did you say Bing is chilling?
Yeah, I said Bing is chilling. I
Bing
decided
is-
to mix it.
Bing is penis. Who's that?
Oh,
What's that?
Penis?
Who's that? Who's that? What's that meme? Is that from Sonic? Isn't that Eggman who does that? You ever heard that? You remember those Gary's Mod Idiot Box videos I used to show you all the time?
From a very, very long time ago.
Hey, you remember when Eggman was riding around on that penis at the end of the video? Like that was the outro of the video. Was like Eggman.
I don't think.
And he would go, "Give me a penis," and I don't. All right, well,
I'm sorry.
We'll
No,
just-
I'm not on that.
we'll just end
I'm
that
not on
there.
page.
We'll just welcome episode 40 Jesus.
Are you sure it's 46?
Are you gaslighting me?
Yes.
Let me
Been
check.
trying to do that so much recently, and that's just like the first question you ask every time.
Because I can detect it like a bad smell, Nicholas.
Like a bad smell.
Like the smell of diarrhea in the back of a 7-Eleven.
How can you smell me from 10 miles away?
You don't want to know. Yes,
Okay.
it is 46, Nicholas.
I knew that.
Did you?
Yeah,
Listen,
I double checked.
you're starting off real aggressive this episode. I'm going to need you to bring your temper down just a couple of clicks. Let
My
you know.
temper? What am I at right now?
You're at like probably like a 7.
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10, you need to bring it down 3.
3 to a 4? My aggressiveness to a 4?
You know, I want a little bit. I don't want too much.
Okay.
It's a little
okay.
spicy. It tastes in
Okay.
my mouth. My nose hairs are curling.
I'll tone it down. I apologize.
Nicholas, where's the energy? Bring it up, dude. Put some pepper in your voice there, Nicholas. What's going on here? Hey, everybody.
Sorry.
How was your week?
Oh man, my week.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have one of those weeks where just like you just get it over with? You just plow through it. You just don't think. You just do.
I usually do that when I'm waiting on something to arrive, like a delivery of some kind,
Oh yeah.
or
I
like a
guess-
gun to get delivered.
Ah.
But like,
How about that? But like for like 2 weeks straight.
yeah, I've done that. I've had stuff shipped from China before. I mean, I get what you're trying to say. It's just not something I can necessarily relate to, just because I don't find it to be necessarily good living. You know, trying to just make it.
It's not
you know,
good living.
like just make. I just gotta make it through the week.
Just make it through this week memes.
Yeah, it's just not a good way to live, and so
I understand it's not a good way to
I
live.
catch myself doing that, where I'm just like, fuck, I got 2 more days left of this week, and then I can just do nothing for 2 days, and it's like that's awful. That when you wait for something, when you anticipate something, it always makes it feel longer, like it takes longer. So yeah, no, I just try to get rid of that out of my mind and just instead try and enjoy the time that I have, because you know that common saying that life is short, you know, it is,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be really short.
I just I'm slowly starting to realize that I might have too many things on my plate, and I'm tired of dealing with a lot of them.
I don't think it's ever necessarily possible for you to have too much on your plate. I think it's just a lack of ability, a lack of mental fortitude in order to juggle those things, right? You look at people like Kevin Hart, you know, that motherfucker doesn't sleep. I mean, he literally, you see the shit that he does. Same with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Those 2 guys, I love those guys. Great combo. They don't fucking sleep. Like, you know, I hear interviews of people who saying that they work with him, work with them, and you know they show up and they're on the fucking ball. They're hustling from the second that they wake up in the morning, and it's you know, it's actually really quite inspiring. If anybody can do that, you know, you look at what he came from and what Kevin Hart came from, or say look at what fucking Kanye came from, look at what Tyler came from, look at all these people, look at what they've come from. It's not that you have too much on your plate. It's just you're not there yet. You don't have the mental fortitude, the mental capacity. You haven't evolved enough. You haven't matured enough to be able to handle everything you have. And the only way you learn is by doing it, is by putting more on your plate than you can handle and learning ways to deal with it, learning ways
Nah,
to
I'm tired of it. I'm
not
done.
necessarily cope.
Nah,
but
I'm done. I'm tired of
Unfortunately,
it.
that's what being an adult is. When you get older, you just get more shit on your plate, even more shit on your plate, even more
Nah,
shit on
I'm
your
done.
plate
Mm-mm.
until you reach retirement. That's why everybody's like, all the old people are so happy about retirement and they're like so excited because you can finally do nothing. Yeah, you can actually legitimately as a human do nothing, contribute literally nothing to society because you've done that. You've been there, you've done that, you've done your time, you know. It's like service in the fucking military during the draft or whatever, you know. You did your
Can't
4
wait.
years, get the fuck out, you know. You're good to go, you know. And most people are like that. Most people are like, yeah, dude, get me the fuck out. But it's something I'm definitely starting to realize, you know. I used to, as a kid, like, my mom would be like, you know, I get home from school and she'd be like, hey, let's go to Kohl's and get you some clothes or something. I'm like, oh, I just got home. What do you mean? I just want to do nothing. You
Yeah.
know? As a man, that's what we love to do. It's just nothing. It's just to do
Nothing.
nothing. But unfortunately, as we get older, we can't just do nothing. Something, as men mature, they realize that as a man, you have responsibilities. You have things you have to take care of. You have things you have to do. It fucking sucks, but you have to find your passion in that, right? Why do you go to the gym? You know, my wife is a paraplegic and she can't walk. I want to be able to carry her up the stairs for the rest of my life, you know? Shit like that.
This is the sweetest thing I've ever.
Shit like that, right? You have to find your passion. Why do I go to work every day? Why do I work the shitty job? So that my children can have a better life than I did. So they can have everything they ever need to have every possibility that they can in life. You know,
Mhm.
why am I studying right now to get this stupid bullshit degree that I'm not even really interested in? You know, I just think it would be good to have. Because, you know, let's say that day comes, I need a backup plan. I want to make sure that my children, you know, I never have to put them through a bankruptcy or something like that. You know, you got to find your motivation. You got to find your passion. You know, right now, what it seems like is you might have a lack of motivation. You know, you haven't stepped back and seen the bigger picture and realized that all these little battles that you're winning on a daily basis are adding up to an overall victory of a great war, right? Where it could put you in a place where you would be severely happy for the rest of your life. Right?
Severely,
Severely.
detrimentally happy.
Detrimentally happy. Unbearably happy. Yeah, right, but it's like you don't.
These adjectives.
Everybody gets super hyper focused on what's going on in front of them. You know, I do this as well. It's a huge thing that I struggle with. I get upset that what I'm doing right now in this moment is not fun. I'm not happy with it. I'm not enjoying it. This sucks. This blows. But in actuality, I'm not envisioning the enjoyment and the excitement that I would get when I were to complete said task, right? I'm not even thinking about that. You know, let's say I'm sitting down, fucking, you know, you could take a reference at high school. High school, I didn't give a shit. I didn't care at all.
Not at all.
I barely did anything. But if I had known back then that if I were to have gotten my grades up really, really high, kept them up, that would have given me the ability to, you know, have a scholarship throughout most of college, keep my grades up, maybe get myself a degree in something that I really liked, and then, you know, been happy, been cool with that. Maybe gotten hired on as a company as an intern, you know, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. You know, some of those IT professionals were making upwards of $100K starting, you know, depending on what position you get. So it's like, maybe, you know, maybe that might be a regret in my life, but I didn't know that during that time. I was so laser focused on how upset I was at the simple fact that I had to do this, that it was keeping me mentally from growing. So whenever you find yourself in a shitty situation that you're not happy to be in, just stop for a second and ponder why you're doing it. What's the reason? What will come of this? Is the outcome of this worth it?
Everything that I've done the outcome is supposed to be worth it.
Supposed to be?
Supposed to be.
From what you've heard?
From what I think for myself, as I do things.
Because that's what you need to know, is if that's what you want. You don't need...
I fucking hate taking care of myself. I prepped all my lunches for the week.
Yeah.
So I don't have to spend more money on lunch.
Good. That's good.
Exactly. I didn't want to fucking do that at all, but I did it.
Yeah. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do, because you know that A, you're going to save money, and B, you're now going to be having healthy, nutritious meals every day.
Yeah.
Instead of
I knew
Wendy's
that was the
or
outcome.
McDonald's, yeah. And that's good.
I hate it.
Yeah, it sucks, sure, but you've got motivation to get through it. Like, you've got that reason. I don't have the money to be spending on food every single week, going out and getting fucking Five Guys or Jimmy John's. And I know that I need to eat healthy. And I know that if I eat healthy and I save money, I'll be happier. That result isn't immediate. It's not. That's the biggest problem. We've talked about this before with our generation and the Gen Zs and even some millennials, is we have been bred for instant gratification. We want instant satisfaction from whatever we're doing. And it's scary because it's getting rid of work ethic in a lot of our youth in our society. And we as people need to practice delayed gratification, delayed satisfaction, working at something for a long time or an extended period of time towards a large, I guess, a grandesque release, right? When you finally complete this task that you've worked so hard for, like when I still remember the day that I beat Dark Souls 1. The very first time I beat Dark Souls 1. That game killed me. It took me 3 years to beat that game. I legitimately gave it to the manager or to my manager or my team leader at Publix when I was working there at the time, because I just couldn't fucking handle it anymore. I was like on the edge of breaking controllers, TVs. I was so angry. It was so much work. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I gave it to him. And then after I left that job, I ended up having him give it back to me. And I literally booted it up. I remember the exact fight. I was stuck on the Ornstein and Smaug fight, where it's 2 bosses. The first time in the Dark Souls game. Well, maybe? Can't remember. But it felt...
Is that the one where you fight the two gold guys?
Yeah, the fat dude
and the
light. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The fat dude and the lightning throwing dude. You had to fight them both at the same time.
Easy, dude.
Yeah, dude. So what I didn't know is that I was fat rolling, like literally the entire game. I had no concept of what fat rolling was. So I was wearing the full Havel set with like probably 40 strength, and I could barely hold up anything. Ooh. Yeah. So I was not only fat rolling, but I was like with my Black Knight Hellbird, I was like barely getting attacks in. Yeah, so I took a year off. I came back, I put it in, and the first time I tried it, I beat it. And it was like, whoa, sick. And then I just continued to play the game, and then I beat the game, and it was fantastic. It was an amazing, like, yes, dude. It's like you don't get a lot of that. It's not very often that you get something so awesome and so exciting and so, like, yes, it's, as men, it's, maybe that's why people like sports. Maybe that's why old dudes like sports.
Is that why people like sports?
Must be, right? You get like you live vicariously through this football team,
Just,
yes, yeah, it's like I enjoy football and it's cool, but I like cheering and drinking and stuff like that and hanging out. But for me, I don't get that kind of rush, that excitement, that like dump of dopamine or whatever the hell.
I'm like, whoa, dude, they made it past the line. That's crazy.
If it's like something really, really cool, like an interception, I'm like, whoa, nice. Yeah. But it's not. I'm not freaking out. So everybody's got their own different little thing. You kind of got to figure out what that is, what you're most interested in, what gives you the most pleasure.
Ass.
Pursue that. What's that Tyler song? What did you say? What did you say in the intro of that Tyler song?
Something about God closing doors. Is that the one you're thinking
No,
of?
no. You're talking about Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good line too. But no, it's just him talking, and he's like, don't deal with all this bullshit, you know. Just do what you love, find out what you love, and pursue that shit, you know. Like drop everything else and pursue what you love. Because it is true. If you can find something that you love, you'll know. You'll know right away. Unfortunately, not a lot of people experiment. Not a lot of people look around, try and find, you know, what works for them. You know, you only get to see it, you know, secondhand. You don't actually get to do it.
Self-proclaimed pediatrician. I'll just start taking people's kids.
Well, that's another good point, is that a lot of these jobs and career fields that people want to go into are paywalled, you know, by a degree that they probably couldn't afford. You know, not a lot of people could afford, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could realistically say that at least 60% of the United States has to take out or pay off in some sort of payment plan student loans. Like I don't think maybe 20% could just pay off their entire college tuition and just send their kid on a free ride, basically. Like it's just not that doesn't happen. Yeah. So
I mean, it really depends, but I hear what you're saying. I get you.
There definitely needs to be a rework of our education system, that, and definitely our political system. But let's not get into that right now.
I think a good example of how college and their tuitions work is how we have gas so high right now.
Mm.
It's not that bad. It shouldn't be that high of a price still.
It really shouldn't. Yeah, really, especially since a lot of these schools are government subsidized anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like all the money that they make is basically just what they use to dump into their football programs, their, you know, extracurricular programs and things like that. Not things that are necessarily needed, nice to have, of course, but not things that are really needed. Like, do the football players need, you know, a new set of pads every month? I don't know. It doesn't, you know, I used the same set of pads for 4 years when I played football back in, or 3 years back when I played for, who did I play for? I think it was just a football league. I don't think it was a school system.
No, dude.
I
remember going to Falcons games, dude. Like you were there. I was watching you.
Yeah, I was down there on the field, the Falcons. Yeah, me and Michael Vick were.
Yeah. 100%.
No, it was I was like the Southwest Eagles or some shit like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I played with this kid. You remember damn, let's see if I can remember his name. Super, super, super heavy kid that we went to school with. Like he was the biggest kid in our grade.
He lived next to
Lambert.
To our school. Like next to it.
Was it Darren?
Darren. Instead of Darian.
Yeah, Darian B. We knew.
Yeah.
We knew. But I think his name was Darren.
Darren.
I think. Maybe.
I remember him. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I was friends with him at one point.
Yeah, I used to go to his house and play Xbox. Until he got really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, he got kind of weird.
That's okay.
Okay,
but
so
yeah, no, he was on my football team, and he stepped on my leg and like almost basically broke it. Took like this bunch of skin off my leg. He just like
cool.
Didn't fucking see me. I was on the defense. I was left.
You were an ant to him.
Yeah. Right. I was left tackle, and then on certain games I was the corner. I started out as a corner because my coach thought I was fast, but I wasn't. I wasn't a fast runner.
No.
I was just small and agile, and then so he put me as a left tackle and was like, just sneak through. Like that was the whole thing. He's like, just sneak through and get through the line and get the quarterback. And so
you'd be clobbered every time.
Almost every time, and literally the only time I got through the line, the one time in my entire football career that I actually got through the line to get the quarterback, I went to tackle him and he just threw me off. I was like, damn, dude, that sucks. But
That's when you knew. That's when
I knew. That's like, all right, this isn't for me. I finally did like 1/5 of what I needed to do in football, and I couldn't even, couldn't even do it. But yeah, and then I went to soccer. Soccer was a lot more fun. It's a lot less. You didn't need as much mass to be a lineman. Yeah. To be a fucking striker on a soccer team. All right, well.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you're just a ball of fun this week, Nicholas. Let's be real.
I appreciate that so much.
No, I'm just busting your balls. I know you're tired. Nicholas has had a tough week, and so he's
gonna be tougher.
He's in recovery mode. Yeah.
No recovery time.
You got no refractory period.
Nope. Gonna open close tomorrow, Sunday, and then work probably 11 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I mean, realistically, what percentage of the day are you actually doing something other than just sitting behind a counter and chatting with people and doing basic tasks like ringing them up or swiping their card or something like that?
Well, I mean, I'm selling like all day.
What?
Like people come in to get memberships all the time.
Yeah, so you just like telling them about everything that the gym has and stuff?
Yeah, I'm walking them around. I'm fixing problems around the gym and shit like that. Like I'm a manager.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like what percentage of like how much, because I imagine like most of it, not most of it, 40% of it would just be standing
like,
there.
Like actually basically chilling.
Yeah, like you just not like playing on your phone or whatever.
Standing there, like being a robot, 20%. Standing there chilling and like talking to people, 20%.
Yeah.
The rest of the time is like me actually working.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I figured it was a lot of just meaningless manager bullshit, basically. Like,
it is for the most part, but at the same time, it still drains my social battery immensely.
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't know. For me, I definitely understand, but I've started to, just like not put a face on, but just push myself to just be cheery. I've been catching myself lately just getting a little unnecessarily teed off at customers, Like they'll come in and just say, and this, like before I was totally used to this. They'll come in and just throw their mod on the table and say, I need a quote for that. As of recently, I've been saying, oh yeah, you need a PNP coil, and they'll say, yeah, whatever it is for this one. I'm like, yeah, just so you know, next time when you come in, you need a PNP coil. It's like semi-condescending, and I'm like, like, come on, you fucking retard, you can't. You can't remember 3 fucking letters for the name of your tank?
I don't know what coil I have.
Nicholas, dude. And then I'll go, well, what resistance coil would you like? And they'll go, I don't know. And I'll go, well, if you check right here, if you push this one button on your device and use those 2 little eyes you got and look down on that screen, it'll tell you what resistance coil you have. I don't say it like that, but it's like, I'm sure that's what they fucking take it off as.
I get what you're saying because I do it accidentally too.
Right. I don't even think about it. I'm just like slightly aggravated.
We've got like three massage beds that are like lined up in a room down from the counter, and people come over to the desk and they're like, hey, I want a massage bed, and I'm like, all right, I'll put you on bed number 3, and they're not labeled, okay, they're not numbered.
Yeah.
And people will be like, which bed is that? And I will turn as if I'm looking at the room, and I will go, it's like you're reading from left to right. 1, 2, 3. And some lady got so fucking mad. She was like, well, some of us don't think that way. And I just went, I'm sorry. And I turned around.
That's funny, though. That's really good.
I didn't mean to be that rude. Right. I didn't mean to be that rude. That's just how I think about it.
It doesn't necessarily in your head come off as rude or condescending, but like you never really think about how other people are gonna take it.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks differently. Like this one fucking dude came in, and he came in with a card, right? Um what is it called? EBT card.
Okay.
Right? He comes in with one of those
Yeah.
EBT, the stamp cards, whatever the fuck they're called.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in, and you know, I talked to him for like 15 minutes. He's asking me a bunch of stupid questions. Like he's like, what that right there? And I'm like, that's a Chain Vapes Hurricane. It's a strawberry mango. What it tastes like? Strawberry mango, dude. like I'm like, he's doing this for 15 minutes, right? And finally he decides on a $10, which is like the cheapest juice we have in the whole store, $10 bottle of juice. Not even the right Nick strength, because we didn't even have the Nick strength he wanted. He wanted 12, and we don't do that on the discount shelf. So he got himself a 6, and he's happy with it. He goes over to the counter, and he hands me like a EBT card or whatever. I didn't even think about it. It just looked like a card. So I try to swipe it. It declines. And he's like, try it again, man. I know it got stuff on it. I know it's good. And so I try it again. It declines. It's giving me like a, you know, not valid vendor or whatever the hell like that is.
Yeah.
I guess our card payments don't take those things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. It's saying it doesn't take your bank. And he's like, he goes, oh no, man, it's EBT. And I go, oh, yeah, no, man, we don't take that there. And like, I laughed, right? He took supreme offense to that. Like, as if I was laughing at him for being on EBT, right? And I'm like, oh no, dude, I was just laughing because of like all the trouble we went through, and then, you know, it was as simple as you know, whatever. And he's like getting all heighted and angry and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, like, it ain't that big of a deal. I ended up just giving him the bottle of juice because I just wanted him to fucking leave, and we literally paid $1 for that bottle of juice, so I'm not worried about it. But he just got so upset, and I didn't think about it. But like, as somebody who is really struggling right now, barely can make ends meet, probably having a tough time, maybe his girl fucking left him because he ain't got any cash, you know, maybe he's unemployed, and then he goes into a place where he thinks he's supposed to be safe, and a dude laughs at him when he says he's got EBT. I could get it. I could totally understand how that might just push me over the edge to make me a little bit upset, you know? And so, I don't know. I'm trying to work on it, definitely. Again, we're always talking about this. This is like such a reoccurring theme on our podcast, is that our perspectives are so narrow, right? We only see so much.
I'm totally okay with someone having an attitude with me over something I've done. But when I get attitude for no reason, and I can't figure out the reason, I'm not okay with it.
Yeah. But you got to think 90% of the time, there is a reason. You just don't understand it because your mind doesn't work the way that person does, you know, or you're lacking part of the story. You're lacking a majority of the information needed to solve that puzzle. So it's very difficult to walk a mile in another person's shoes. It's very difficult, you know. Takes time. Takes a lot of time.
We should do that one day. We should do house swap.
Yeah. I don't know, like you're probably, out of everybody that I know, I don't know, next to Olivia, the person that I know the most. But I still don't know what goes on in that little head of yours. It's like,
oh god, it's so bad.
It's just, it takes so fucking long to fully understand somebody, and the way that we act out, you know, and we thrash out at people and get angry at people when we really don't even know what they're going through right now, you know. And you've even said it yourself. There's some times where you just don't even know that you're doing it. You don't know that you're being aggressive. You don't know that you sound angry. You don't know that you're hurting this other person. And so these people, they don't know. Obviously, they're going through something, you know. Same thing with those people in school, those bullies, right? They always say bullies in school always had some shit going on, because 90% of the time they did. They had an abusive father who never paid attention to them. And the only way his father ever really talked to him is if he acted out and forced him to have to come talk to the principal or lash him or whatever, you know, shit like that. You know, there's always something going on behind the scenes. I truly believe that most people are good at heart. But I think that much like a computer, our mind's cache can get full of some vile things that add up and just overall make our mood just gross, just bad. So that's why Jordan B. Peterson preaches the little things like cleaning your room, brushing your teeth, going to the gym. You're doing the little things. You're cleaning up those sources of negativity in your life, and that overall is just going to make your mental state better until you're able to clean up just about everything.
Yeah.
And then you're good. And then life is good, right? That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's what we hope for, damn it.
That's what we hope for, yeah. I don't know. It's tough life living, but again, you got to find your passion. You got to find your motivation. If you really kind of think about the scale of the universe and how small and insignificant we truly are, it does kind of bring up the question, well, what's the point, right? But that's for you to decide, not anybody else, not a government, not your parents, not your loved ones, not your sister, not your brother. That's the only thing that you can decide is what your passion, what your motivation is going to be for living. A lot of people lack that.
Very well said.
Find it, figure it out, and things will just start getting better. Definitely. Definitely. All right, well then let's move on to these questions, if that's all we have. Unless you had some news or something. You had said some interesting things before we started. If you wanted to hit those. That Roblox shit's dumb. But I would like to hear about the NVIDIA stuff.
That's literally it. That's all I read about.
Tell me about it. What you got?
The NVIDIA is supposed to announce and do like some sort of a showcase on their 40 series RTX cards, the iteration after the current gens, the 30 series.
Woo! That means the prices are going to go down.
That means the prices for 30 series are going to go down even more, but at the same time, if you want your hands on the late and great, you need to expect to pay a pretty penny. I guarantee you that we will continue to see the same trend.
Oh yeah.
Of this fucking PC part market, like on repeat. Every time something new is released, do not expect MSRP. Well, I swear.
From what I understand, this year they are taking pretty large steps to stop scalping of cards. Like I think it's something like a minimum of one card per driver's license number or something like that, right? Like they're gonna. I heard they were gonna do something hard. Like they were gonna identify this person and say this person got a graphics card. They don't get any more for however long, right? Until the until the launch is over. Blah 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 blah. Because those people that buy 20, 30 cards on fucking launch day and then sell them for 180% MSRP. Those people can rot in hell, dude. Like that.
Yep. That
is legitimately. I'm all right with the hustle, bro. Like you can hustle all you want, but there's a difference between hustling and just straight scamming people. If you're making money by harming others, by pushing ill vibes on other people, by not letting them get their graphics cards and trying to scam them out of more than they should be paying for it. Yeah, that's not good, man. You may think you're smart by making a quick buck. But you're really actually just an asshole, unfortunately. So you should probably take a look in the mirror, dude. You got some pondering to do, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some ponderation. I like that. You don't like the Roblox thing, though?
No, dude. Fuck Roblox. Look, I used to play it. It's fine. It's I understand it's a game for kids and stuff like that, but I don't agree with.
But that's not the message,
right?
They want to be known. They want to be known as a game that's not for kids anymore.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. So either one of two things will happen: either Roblox will entirely convert into some weird bullshit Facebook meta garbage, or it'll die.
It'll be the new Second Life, dude.
Fuck no, dude.
Are you kidding?
Maybe a little square kid, maybe a little Lego dude. Like, come on, they're already fucking teetering on copyright from Lego, right? I mean, with the
Listen. What did I read? Roblox rode a wave of pandemic era growth to a 7-fold value increase, an exploding user base, and a wildly popular Lil Nas X concert with tens of millions of attendees.
That's a lie. Tens of millions. That's a lie. I can almost guarantee that there are. I'm googling this right now. This has got to be a metric data. Let's see. So 22 million daily players across the globe. So you're telling me half of the Roblox community attended a Lil Nas X concert in Roblox at the same time.
How many Roblox users?
I got it right here. I'll send it to you. Activeplayer.io. This is the website where you can go to see all active players and users. Live players right now, 1.279 million. Active players in the last 30 days, 203 million. So 203 million players have played in the last 30 days. Right now, 1.279 million playing.
Lil Nas X performed to an audience of millions across 2 days and 4 shows this weekend, playing in a setting that literally made him larger than life, the hit kids game Roblox. The shows gathered 33 million views in total across the performances, which started on Saturday afternoon and wrapped up with a surprise encore performance on Sunday.
Oh, so it was multiple days. Okay. That I could see. I just couldn't see fucking 10 million users in the same spot. Imagine that server, bro. How much RAM you think that server got?
I don't know, but
It was like a petabyte of memory, dude.
I'm looking at this one screenshot.
Let's see.
I mean, it's stupendous.
Roblox, Lil Nas.
You see what I'm seeing, right?
What the fuck, dude?
This is the image I'm looking at. It's just not even fucking. Discord won't let me post it. It's so bad.
I'm watching the video on his YouTube channel.
Is it the best thing you've ever seen?
No, because it's playing fucking Old Town Road in my ear, so I'm gonna mute it. Now it's the best thing I've ever seen.
I don't really have
Okay, yeah, this is the
news.
worst thing I've ever seen.
But it's not for children. They want you to know that.
This definitely isn't for children.
They want you to know that Roblox is not for children. Like I said earlier, they have invested $35 total million into this next update.
This is bullshit.
Or this project.
There's less than 100 people in each scene of this video.
Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the internet. The internet
Bullshit.
True,
it's all lies.
It's all lies.
Show me.
What? Show me a packed crowd.
So
I gotta see this
okay,
now.
all right. This. I mean, look at this. Look here. Copy video URL at time. Here, I just sent it to you. This is like fucking 15 people. So I'm guessing what actually happened is Lil Nas X and Roblox made a deal thinking that it would bring people whom are enjoying his music, which is, like the demographic of like say 12 to 18-year-olds.
Yes.
Or including 30 to 70-year-olds. because for some reason they like fucking Old Town Road, and it didn't work at all. So they fabricated fucking numbers, is what they did. I'm sure there was like a main concert that maybe 100,000 people might have showed up to, but with the frequency of the changing environments in this video, I'm assuming that they were just running his concerts across a fuckload of servers the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then they were adding up all that data. So
Yes.
realistically, somebody could have joined a server and been like, oh shit, Lil Nas X, and left the server.
Yep.
And then they would have
What
been
was
like, yeah,
the,
dude, that
oh,
guy
never mind.
watched the fucking thing. That guy watched it. Yeah, no, I don't believe it at all. Roblox is fucking dying. It's meant for children. Lil Nas X should get his weird ass out of it.
How do you feel about the Travis Scott on Fortnite though?
That's literally the same thing.
I know.
That is like
I know.
copied and pasted exactly what I just said with the Travis Scott thing.
Okay. Can I ask you a legitimate question?
Yeah.
Have you watched She-Hulk yet?
No. I refuse.
Do you you refuse?
I refuse.
Why do you refuse to watch She-Hulk?
Small clippets that I've seen of it. I refuse.
What makes you unhappiest about the show?
That for some reason she's more powerful than Hulk.
I think the clip that has made me unhappiest is when Hulk gets hit by a car. Have you seen that?
I don't know if
clip?
I saw that one.
He gets hit by a car and he's like, "Oh god!" Like, I mean, he is totaled and the car is not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Marvel died with Iron Man. Marvel died when Robert Downey Jr. retired. Like
not when what's his name? The old guy. Why can't I remember his name?
the old guy.
Stan Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee. Nah, I think the whole Avengers Endgame thing, I think that was really cool. That was an incredible cinematic payoff for the build of a fantastic universe, right? The
Yes.
movies weren't amazing, right? But the payoff was getting through all that content, learning these characters, and then out of fucking nowhere, they put them all together against, and it's like the craziest cinematic, event in history, like, yeah, absolutely. I'm all about that. But it's done. And all this other shit just kind of sucks. Like the new Spider-Man was okay when spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the new Spider-Man, skip forward 10 seconds. When all three of the Spider-Men got together, when Toby and Andrew, like that was fucking awesome. But that was that was the one badass moment of the entire fucking film. Everything else is just like it's generic superhero shit now, and it's getting dull. It's getting very, very dull. They haven't really done anything like that since. It's almost like, you've given us the heroine of the cinematic Marvel universe with the Avengers payoff, and now all this weed just ain't cutting it, bro. Like you gotta step your shit up.
I agree.
So
I agree. I've been wondering if I was the only one that we know that decided not to watch it just because of the small clips I've seen.
yeah, no,
I'm glad that you and I are on the same page.
same thing with Rings of Power.
Rings of Power,
That new bullshit
the Lord of the Rings,
Rings thing that Amazon's trying to do. Yeah. I refuse to watch it. Absolutely refuse to watch it. Yep. And I hear it's bad. So good.
You hear it's bad.
Mhm.
Okay.
I hear
fair
it's like a fucking fan fiction. It's like watching a fan fiction.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
enough.
like it's obviously in the universe, but it just doesn't compare, like at all.
Yeah.
Like if you love the Lord of the Rings universe, go for it. Like if that's what you're all about, go for it. But you're not going to get that same energy that you got from watching the first trilogy, and you're definitely not going to get the same energy from watching The Hobbit. Albeit The Hobbit was okay, but it's just nothing compares to the original. Lord of the Rings is an amazing. The original trilogy is an amazing cinematic masterpiece, and I think it should be left alone. It's one of those things that just shouldn't be brought back. You know, you've got over how long is the extended cut for Lord of the Rings?
Oh shit! Like all the movies?
Yeah.
Didn't we come
No,
out at
well,
like 12 hours?
the first one.
Oh, 3:30.
Let's see, 11 hours. So
What?
yeah, Fellowship of the Ring extended is 3 hours and 48 minutes. The Two Towers extended is 3 hours 55 minutes, and Return of the King extended is 4 hours and 12 minutes, giving you a total of 12 hours of content. 11 hours 55 minutes.
I thought you were saying 11:55 for just the first movie. I was like, nah, dude, it's definitely close to 3:30.
Yeah, no.
And look, they have a whole this thing has a whole cutout of how you're supposed to do that. We should totally do this one day. We could like live stream this. Just our faces. Watching, and people could watch with us. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, he has a thing where he has breakfast. He watches Fellowship of the Ring Part 1. He has second breakfast, Fellowship of the Ring Part 2. Elvins's, I don't know what the fuck that is. Probably like bread.
11sies.
Oh, 11sies. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then Two Towers extended Part 1, and then Luncheon, fucking Two Towers. Why are there two T or three T's? TTT? The Two Towers, I guess. Maybe. And then afternoon tea, Return to the King Part 1, dinner, Return to the King Part 2, and then you have your supper. Eat like an elf.
Wow.
That's cool. We should do that one day. I think I told you I was about to watch it the other evening, and then I figured like I
Yeah.
should save it so we could make a day out of it. Because I'd love to do that.
I've noticed though, like I'm so prone to falling asleep when I watch movies now. Like anything I watch, I'm so prone to falling asleep.
Do you think it's because a majority of the content and movies that you ingest are while you're laying in bed about to pass out?
Yes and no.
That you've then trained your mind to when it is in that state that it's night time?
Because I have stayed up to watch things. So it's not
were
all
they things that you were explicitly excited about or quite interested in?
after I started it, yes.
Or say was with someone?
No. When I'm with someone, that doesn't mean I'm interested.
Wait, so like you're saying if you go to the movie was with a girl and she
Bro, I have no problem passing.
you would pass out? No, that's a huge turnoff for some girls, you know? Like they turn over and you just pass the fuck out. Yeah, just fucking snoring, dude. Well, I feel like a lot of women would just get up and leave, you know? They would just
That's totally okay.
You'd wake up and they'd be gone and the theater would be empty. And it'd be like the usher dude like, "Hey man, you got to go."
I'd be like, sick.
Good date, call me.
Call me.
You say to the usher dude as you leave.
Easy peasy.
Oh,
easy
man.
peasy. No,
Yeah. It might be because you trained your body to do that. It's the same
That's
reason why I get up every single morning at 7:30, regardless of whether or not my alarm goes off or what. It's just because that's what I do. That's the time I fucking wake up, you know? I get tired at midnight because that's when I start to go to sleep. You know, that's when usually on work nights, I'll go to bed at midnight. And so I noticed that even on, let's say, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or even Friday night, midnight hits and I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's just how you've trained your body. That's your homeostasis.
I'm trying to stay up later, and I think I do.
Photosynthesis.
I think I do now after I've switched jobs. I think I do stay up later overall.
Yeah, you're getting better about it. Yeah, the other night staying up till 1:30.
It does make me fucking exhausted though. Like it makes me pissy exhausted.
Regardless though, you still need to get the same amount of sleep. So if you're getting 6 hours of sleep every night, and that's what you're used to, you need to just get your 6 hours of sleep, regardless of when you work the next day. Like let's say you want to stay up late, like when you 8:00, you said you're working at 8:00. If you get 6 hours of sleep, you wake up at 7, takes you 30 minutes to get ready, and then you fuck off. then you're gonna want to get off at probably 12:30. Give you 30 minutes to wind down and go to sleep. That way, you're getting the same amount of sleep every single night. You're feeling the same way every single night. When you fluctuate your sleep schedule, when you fuck with it quite a lot, then that's when your body just doesn't really know how to deal with it. Doesn't know how to cope. You know,
Yeah.
if you're sleeping 4
Yeah,
hours one night, 6 hours the next night, 8 hours then, 2 hours then, 4 hours then, your body's like, I don't know when to sleep, dude. Like you're not giving me a consistent schedule. I don't understand. So I just don't know when to put you in REM, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not it's not necessarily the amount I sleep. I sleep the same amount pretty much every single time. It's the scheduling. And so me trying to stay up later helps when I have to close 3 nights in a row and like I get home at midnight. That's when I get to go to sleep if I want to go straight to sleep. But like still like tonight I need to open tomorrow, so I have to be leaving the house at like 7 tomorrow and Sunday, and
Yeah.
then the days after that, those will be the days I close. So I won't be going to bed till like midnight. So it's the scheduling's weird. That's all it is.
But if you stick to a consistent schedule, even so, I mean, your schedule is consistent, yeah. I mean, even though it's not the same hours every day, it's the same every week, right?
Yeah. Not this
Yeah.
week though, but yes.
So yeah,
yes.
you could just even so, you can still train your body to react differently on different days. You know, if you every single day that you have off are up until 2 a.m., then those days your body is just going to understand that those are the days that you can just extend your energy till the end of the day.
Mhm.
Whereas the days that you work and you get up at 8, you go to bed at midnight, you're going to get tired at midnight. And then those days that you need to go in at like 11 or whatever the fuck, you stay up a little bit later, sleep a little bit later. As long as you're still getting the same amount of sleep every single night, your body will retain the same amount of energy level. There's a little bit of fluctuation. Obviously, it's good to have a very, very, very consistent sleep schedule where you sleep at the same time for the same amount of time every single day, every single night. You know, because that sleep is where your body regulates one, metabolism, 2, muscle growth, and then 3, obviously, are just overall level of exhaustion. So it is very, very important for us. So you kind of got to figure that out. And it would be
Mhm.
better to have a consistent schedule, but you can still definitely figure it out. You know, just like we were talking about the Rock and Kevin Hart. When do they have time to sleep? I don't know, but they still do it. You know, so they got to be doing something. Look at that David Goggins dude. No matter what he does during the day, he goes to bed at like 11 o'clock and he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. Every single morning. Period. There is no fluctuation. There is no fucking around. Doesn't matter what he did during the day. Doesn't matter what he's thinking about at night. Doesn't matter what he's got to do the next morning. He wakes up same time every morning and works out. And that's like his schedule. And you know what? That might be the fucking key, bro. That might be the key. You wake up every morning at the exact same time. You get good, solid, consistent sleep. And then you put your body in a high energy mode right in the morning. And then maybe that high energy lasts for the rest of the day. Maybe that's how he does it. I don't fucking know. But if he can do it, so can I.
There you go. That's the spirit.
We're
Believe
all
in yourself.
We're all people.
We're all people.
Yeah, we're all capable of the same goods and evils.
There you go. I forgot who David Goggins was, so I had to Google him.
Dude, he's the get hard, bro. You know, he's the one of them. He's a legit Andrew Tate.
A legit Andrew Tate.
In sense of motivation, yeah. Like, Andrew Tate's a total fucking scumbag. David Goggins will motivate you to be better with true tough love. True tough love.
So I'm just looking at some of his quotes.
Yeah.
Stay hard.
Yeah.
Get jacked. Get up, motherfucker. Stop being a baby.
Yep.
There's this one. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering is a test. That's all it is. Suffering is the true test of life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just supposed to suffer.
Pain is both history teller or history teacher and fortune teller.
There you go. There you go.
Pain teaches us where we were, what we used to be, teaches us what we are, and it shows us the future. And it's true. You know, pain is just a part of the life. The sooner you realize how to deal with it, better things are. Can't let pain overtake you. That's what pussies
This one's
do.
so simple, but I like it so much. It's time to go to war with yourself. So nice.
We
So
are
nice.
our greatest enemy.
Yes.
We definitely are. We're the only thing that holds us back from doing anything we desire.
All right. What's next?
All right, let's burn through these questions. It's been an hour already.
Okay.
We'll burn through this first part. This is entertainment topics. We're doing questionstarters.com, 101 questions to ask your gay buddy. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Entertainment. Yeah, gay and okay. Well, what is your favorite? Oh wait, who is your favorite actor?
I want to say Ryan Reynolds because he's like such a smart ass.
Yeah.
But like all together, like who I associate with wholesomeness, shit like that, Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey way too much.
Nice.
Yeah. Yours is probably Ryan Reynolds. No, it's
I'm
Leonardo
not,
DiCaprio.
I like Ryan Reynolds. I'm not like a fucking super fan of him like you and your brother are. No, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is definitely a good one. Just because all of his movies are fantastic. You know, it was crazy.
And he just like doesn't stop fucking 22-year-olds. Maybe we're next.
He's fucking the way he gets into every role is really, really cool. It's really, really crazy. But no, I think definitely my favorite actress or actor / actress is Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is a fucking chameleon. Denzel Washington is very, very impressive to watch just turn into whatever role he's casted for. Like him in Book of Eli was awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen Book of Eli.
No.
Oh, fuck. Book of Eli is like an incredible movie. It's an apocalypse movie. It's very Mad Max-esque.
Mad Max-esque.
Yeah, I think you can get it on, let's see. I think it's on Netflix. Oh, no, it's on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max with the subscription of the, It's basically you're in a he's a dude in a post-apocalyptic. Oh my God, I just remembered the ending. Oh shit, dude. You have to watch this movie. It's so fucking good. I just remembered the ending. I just can't. I can't say anything. I literally can't say anything. All I can say is it's Denzel Washington in the apocalypse, and he's like a keeper, of the last known Bible.
Okay.
And he's basically traveling the world to bring this Bible to traveling the apocalypse, the apocalyptic wasteland, to get to this colony where they are preserving our past history, right? Like it's like a museum basically. This place is trying to preserve all the old books in the world, all the old knowledge, all the old information. That way society can use that information to come back. And so it's about him traveling across the wasteland. One of the best fucking films ever created. Such a cool movie. And he plays a really, really good part. It's got Mila Kunis in it too. And I used to love her.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, I used to have a huge crush on her.
She's pretty cute.
But yeah, Denzel Washington, him and like The Equalizer, bro. The Equalizer is such a good series of movies. Like, ooh, so good.
I just don't. That's my thing is I just don't watch serious movies.
What do you mean?
Like most of the movies I watch are like comedies, like action comedies, or anything that's slightly comedic.
You just don't like serious movies, or
I just have a hard time getting into them.
oh.
I don't know why. I'm not saying I dislike them.
Because that's very interesting. Because usually comedy-based movies, the story is second to just the overall tone of the movie. You know, like the story is a completely secondary objective, whereas like it's all about the jokes that they're making in between every scene, trying to keep up like them laughing, trying to keep you laughing during the entire movie. Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
kind of parts of the story that they break or what parts don't make sense or whatever. So normally it's like for a lot of people have a much harder time getting into comedies just because the story is nothing. It's like you're enjoying the actor making stupid fucking faces. Like let's say per se if you're watching
Yeah.
a Jim Carrey movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, that's very interesting. It's almost
I
as-
have the mind of a child.
I was literally about to say it seems as if most or it seems to me as if you lack the mental capacity to to pay attention to a good story, Nicholas, and that you need that slapstick, instant comedy, instant gratification, instant laughing. I want to be laughing the whole time. I want to be happy the whole time. I want to be having fun the whole time. I don't want any point of this movie to be sad or slow or boring in any way.
Exactly.
It's that instant gratification we're talking about.
100%.
There
That's
you
why
go.
I love Smiling Friends so much.
Such a great show.
It's like Family Guy, right? This like there is
Chowder.
no story. There's nothing. It's not like the story is all secondhand. It's all about the faces, the noises, the reactions, like the jokes and shit that they play off, So that's interesting. That's good to know about you. Maybe I won't ask you to watch Lord of the Rings with me then.
Well, no, because
You're
I've
fucking-
watched Lord of the Rings before, and I don't dislike Lord of the Rings.
How do you not like Lord of the Rings though, is what I'm trying to understand.
What do you mean?
Well, you said when most people say I don't dislike it, it doesn't mean
I don't
that,
love it.
right?
I don't love Star Wars. I don't dislike Star Wars.
Yeah. What
I will-
what parts of it do you not enjoy? That's what I'm confused about. Like
What parts of Lord of the Rings do I not like?
I mean, is it like are you like falling asleep during the bits where they're traveling between the battles? Like is that
Yes.
that's ridiculous. That gives context and character and depth and feeling to these people. You're when you watch these movies, the reason you might not like these serious movies is because they don't impact you. You don't get emotions from them because you're not relating to the characters. You're not listening to their backstory. You're not paying attention to the life that they live.
Mhm.
Like we were just talking about with people, you can say whatever you want to a random fucking dude on the side of the street, but if you knew that he had gone through cancer 3 times, had lost 2 wives, has a dead child that he buried 4 years ago, right? You would feel bad for this person. It's a feeling that we have, sympathy, empathy, things like that. We have deep down. But if you don't know the story, if you don't pay attention, if you're not listening to what these characters have to say and making those connections, you're never going to enjoy a movie, because then when you get to the end of the payoff where so and so character dies, you're like, oh, he died. It's not like you're literally sitting there on the edge of your seat, like almost crying because you felt a connection to this character because you listened to what they had to say and paid attention to the story that they were trying to tell. Instead,
and when I did do that in the past, I felt very emotional, and I stopped doing that because I didn't like how it felt.
just because of a feeling, an emotion doesn't feel good doesn't mean you should just suppress it. That's basic man behavior. But it's not something where we're supposed to be fighting that. We're supposed to be fighting that. You're supposed to be in touch with your emotions. Just because you're feeling sad and unhappy and crying because you're watching something doesn't mean it's happening to you. You're feeling empathetic. You're feeling the pain of these characters. And when it ends, it ends. It's over. Nothing happened to you. Nothing physically happened to you. You're not in pain. You're not you didn't lose that person, but instead you got a taste. of the emotions that are so horrible for us to experience that you wouldn't really want to, but instead you just get this little taste. You just get this little taste, right? It's almost like getting you accustomed to it, getting you used to it, almost. So that when the real ones happen, per se, like if I died or something like that, right? Or your mom and your dad and your brother went on a trip and got killed in a mass shooting. When those happen, you have experience with those emotions. You've touched them, you've felt them. So they're not detrimental to your brain, to your fucking mental state. There, you've got a little bit of experience in that. Like I'm sure you remember, well, at least I do. The first time I got broken up with it was horrible. I cried for 3 days. I cried. I barely talked to anybody. I was like, I was just a bore to be around, and I would go home and just fucking cry, and it sucked. But then the next time, it sucked, but I got over it. Then the next time, I got over it, and then the next time, I moved on. And that this feeling that used to be painful, something that I didn't even want to touch, is something that is a part of life now. Something that I understand is just going to be there, and I've learned to deal with it.
That's why I feel like I don't need tastes.
You don't need tastes?
How you said earlier, I get to taste that emotion. I get a free trial.
You get to touch it. Yeah, slight experience with it.
Yeah. I'm good.
You would instead want to, when it legitimately happens to you, to unravel your entire existence, break you down mentally, and possibly put you in a place that you couldn't recover from on your own?
I think I'd be all right.
Because that's what happens with a lot of people. You can think a lot of things, Nicholas, but you're wrong, unfortunately. A lot of people think a lot of things, but they're wrong. You've got hundreds and hundreds of years of people and humans who have experience, who are more educated than you, who have experience.
No, there's no, absolutely
far
not.
Beyond your time, right? I don't know if you still believe in that theory that the whole
people
universe
were alive
existed
before I was. Yeah. That's crazy.
I remember in fucking high school, or was it middle school, where you had told me that you believed that nothing had existed before you did, and nothing will exist after you do. And I was like, dude, the literal most egotistical, narcissistic thing I had ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. And it blew me away, dude. I still remember that day, dude. So crazy. No, I just think, look, you just because something sucks doesn't mean you should just push it away and repress it.
Let's wrap this up so I can watch Book of Eli.
Is that what you're going to do tonight? Watch Book of Eli?
I have renewed the HBO subsubscription.
Oh, did you really?
We can now watch HBO.
Why didn't you just go to this website right here?
Because I got it on the TV.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is where I watch all my movies. It's a very unassuming title, so it hasn't been taken down. Don't say it.
Is it safe?
Ish. Depends on which. Obviously, run your ad blocker and your antivirus, and don't click on anything.
Don't click on anything. The blankness across the screen. Don't click on anything.
The ads, yeah. Just don't click on any ads or anything like that, and you literally just type in whatever movie you want, there you go. Right there at the top.
Kung Fu Panda.
And then you just hit play, and then it gives you multiple servers at the base here, under where it says servers right under the player. So if one of the servers isn't working for you, then you could switch to the other one. That's my favorite part about the website, is that they have embedded in the website multiple servers that the movie is hosted. Whereas some of the older websites that we used to use, say Yiffy, you remember Yiffy.tv that we used to use in high school? Mm-hmm. They had just that server for the movie. So let's say the server got taken down and the movie got taken out, you can't watch it anymore. Or even, let's say a bunch of people are watching the movie from that one server at the time you're trying to watch it, it would just lag like a motherfucker. You get buffering and stuttering all over the place. So this website's really nice. This is where I watch all the movies that like you can't find on a subscription service.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, let me close this Lil Nas X Roblox concert.
Yes, of course, of course.
All right,
What's the next question?
let's burn through these rapid round, all right? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Fuck, I don't know the answer to that.
The hard one.
Rapid round. What's yours?
Ooh, mine is probably going to be Inception just because I love the soundtrack. It's like my favorite, but close second, Interstellar. Interstellar is a fantastic movie. Also, fantastic soundtrack. Dude, I'm a sucker for like high intensity moments with really good music. Like it'll get me going. Like so the scene where they're matching up the spin to lock up. Come on, Tars. Come on, Tars. And it's like, dude, it like, whoa, like that'll get me going. And then they make the connection.
I love both of those movies.
Yeah. Those are great movies. No comedy in them. A little bit of comedy.
Yeah, a little, just a
dash.
tad bit.
Yeah,
just a dash.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, I really think like favorite movie of all time. And I know it's fairly comedic, but the fact that a lot of it was based on a true story, I think Wolf of Wall Street is my favorite movie.
That is a good movie. Margot Robbie.
Like not even all the actors in it. Like I love Leo, I love Margot, I love Jonah Hill, I love all the other guys that were in there. The story of that guy is just outrageous.
So I mean, yeah, it is technically a comedy movie, but it's interesting that you get into that story. Something in that movie you took an interest to.
He went from nothing to having everything.
So that's something you're passionate about. That's something that you want, I assume.
I want to be a dictator.
Oh my gosh.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, moving on from that. What's the
Yeah,
worst movie you've ever seen?
Dude, the worst movie I've ever seen, Shrek the Musical.
No, dude, that was so good. What do you mean? Okay, watch it. Oh my god. I kind of enjoyed it. I did. It was kind of good.
For our personal comedic purpose, it was a good watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't a great movie.
I wouldn't watch it sober.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. Yeah. Oh man.
Realistically though, I think my least favorite movie has been fuck, what's it called? I suppressed it. I hated it so much.
There's a lot that I've seen while you're thinking about that.
I was about to say.
There's a lot on Amazon, just like B movies and stuff that just doesn't really make any fucking sense. I can't even really think of one. I've just seen so many bad movies. I really only like keep the good movies in my head because like I have literally no reason to remember the bad movies.
Can we change it? Can we change the question?
What? Yeah. To what?
What movie has been a waste to see at the movie theater?
There's a lot.
Still a lot. I didn't go to the movies a lot.
There's a lot. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I don't think it was worth seeing the new Star Wars in theaters.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. Yep. I would agree with that. They just did not up.
I wouldn't say they're my least favorite movies of all time. I still like Star Wars in general. I like it when things get blown up and laser swords are flying all over the place.
I think my least favorite movie is the Hannah Montana movie.
Damn, dude, are you serious? The movie was bonkers.
The reason being my sister made me watch it every single vacation we went on there and back. It was like her favorite movie. I think it was her favorite movie. That or The Notebook.
I mean, that's just such a large category of movies I don't like.
Right. We'll just move on.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's just too many to even bring up. What's your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show of all time?
Mm-hmm.
South Park.
Interesting. I think mine's going to be either Breaking Bad or The Misadventures of Flapjack. I fucking loved that show, dude.
Dude, Flapjack is pretty good. See, that's what's bothered me about like all the cartoons from our childhoods is you remember Flapjack being like a year-long thing, right? Or like more like a how am I trying to word this?
You feel like you remember there being more episodes and more content than there really was, but in actuality, it was just because they replayed so many episodes. Yeah, and they were only like 15 minutes long, you know. So sometimes
there are 3 seasons of Flapjack, and the episodes are 15 minutes long.
Yep.
It is a great show. I do like Adventure Time though.
Adventure Time's good. I need to that's one of the shows that's on my list to rewatch. Just watch the whole thing because I probably stopped watching as a kid around like season 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5. And aren't there like a lot of seasons now?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I feel like why does 12 sit in my head?
There's even a second show.
Yeah, I saw that. 10 seasons. There's 10 seasons of Adventure Time right now.
Yep.
Damn, you can watch it for free on CartoonNetwork.com.
You have to do that thing where you like sign in with your
your TV provider.
Yeah, because I did that for Adult Swim.
Yeah, I did that for Smiling Friends. All right, what was the last movie you saw?
The last movie I saw was...
What the fuck, dude? Oh, The Incredible Hulk, like the 2008 one.
Nice. The poorly animated one.
Yeah. That was the last movie I watched.
Mine's Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints.
You ever seen it?
No.
Another classic you haven't seen. Yeah, Boondock Saints. It's got Daryl Dixon. Guy who plays Daryl Dixon.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yeah, didn't we talk about this on Where the Gun Range?
I think so.
Yeah. Anybody who hasn't seen Boondock Saints, it's a great one. It's filmed spectacularly. You kind of like see the outcome before you actually get to see the events that happened. It's very cool. But it's basically
his name is Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
You couldn't remember that, yeah.
I could not remember that. Yeah. He was Death Stranding guy. But it's basically about him and his brother, and they very religious, and one night they're just told in the middle of the night by God supposedly that they need to remove all the evil in the world so that the good may flourish. And so they start just killing Russian gangsters, the mob, Italian mafia, like they're pedophiles. They're just cleaning up the streets. It's a very, very good movie. For those who haven't seen it. Classic. What type of music do you like to listen to? I guess you could probably just say like your favorite-ish artists or genres.
Favorite-ish artists.
Yeah.
Top Suicide 3. Boys. Okay. Suicide Boys. Get a good mix. Suicide Boys, Greta Van Fleet, and fuck. My brain farted, dude.
Is that a band?
There we go.
Is that a band? It. My brain farted, dude.
What's the Chris Pratt band from
Mouse Rat.
Mouse. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Nice. I love Mouse Rat, bro.
Yeah. Mouse Rat.
Mine is Pink Floyd,
Yep.
Tyler the Creator.
Yep.
And man, this last one, it used to be Kendrick Lamar because I used to love his
Yeah.
music.
Old Kendrick. Very good.
Yeah, because like his albums would tell a story, and that's my favorite. But I don't know. I think it's changed to Tool. I really like Tool. Tool's
Really?
it's literally metal Pink Floyd. It's psychedelic
Mhm.
metal as opposed to psychedelic rock. So it's cool. I really like. I love when artists like will throw in good music, and then they also like they build the depth. A lot of music nowadays is just like a bass line, a drum, and a guitar, or like a synth and a bass line. If you're talking rap music or whatever. But Pink Floyd and Tool and bands like that, bands back in the day, you'd be listening to this guitar solo and you've got like a bass over here, you've got the drums back here, you've got like an oboe or something over here, like you've got a cymbal dude over here, you got a fucking guy on the triangle going ding, you've got like 30 different instruments that come together to make this symphony, and it's all real, it's all recorded in a studio. Whereas a lot of this stuff nowadays coming out is just done on a computer. You can literally make a platinum selling song on a computer and not even know how to play an instrument. So it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't have that same depth.
Were you born in the wrong generation?
A lot of people say that. People say I got an old soul.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm very conservative. I would definitely uphold, good Christian moral values.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently
Next question.
That's not okay anymore. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
What is your favorite? Oh, next question is who's your favorite music artist? And then question number 69, our last question for today's episode. What was the last book you read? Mine was 1984 by George Orwell in high school. I fucking hate books, man.
The 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson.
Cover to cover?
Yep.
Nice. Did it make your life better? Or did you just read it and not act on anything he said in the book?
I'm getting there.
That's what I would do. I would read it and be like, that's good advice.
Nah, I need to reread it because it's been a while since I've read it. But I mean, like everything he talks about just makes sense. And he's got the 12 Rules for Life was his second book. And then he has 12 More Rules for Life, which is his third book. But his first book, which I heard is a very difficult read for low IQ boys, is called Maps of Meaning, where it's like all about finding your purpose and like what you need to do to search for, like figuring out what you want. That's really what it is.
Like I was saying before, what is your passion? What is your desire? Yep. What is your motivation for existence?
Do you want to know the 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson real quick?
Hit me. Not copyright or not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Are they copyrighted? Are we in trouble for telling them?
No. We shouldn't be. It doesn't fucking matter. People are making like posters about it on Amazon. Rule number 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Rule number 2, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for taking care of. Wow. Okay.
I'm following the rules. I'm seeing if my life will become better.
Make friends with people who want the best for you.
Do you want the best for me?
Yeah.
Check.
4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
That's a great one.
That is a good one. 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Yeah, I don't know.
That's an interesting one. That'd be something I would have to ponder for quite some time.
Yeah. I mean, that's like straight up saying like, don't let your kids do shit that would make you hate them.
Right. What if your kid's a homosexual, you know?
Time out. You'd hate your gay son?
No, but I'm saying like I would be uncomfortable with that.
Okay.
Wouldn't make me hate him per se, but okay, you know what? Now that I think about it, you're right. That is cool. Yeah. There's something that would literally make you hate. Hate's a very strong word. So yeah, no, I think that's good.
Okay.
That's like if your kid was super on meth and he was like an absolute poison to be around and you hated being that would be don't let your kid do that.
I think that's what he meant,
that's
but
what
like in the nicest way of wording it.
Yeah.
Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world.
I gotta work on that one.
Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. So how you were talking about like the instant gratification shit. That's like an entire fucking 75-page chapter that he is fucking writing about.
Yeah. That's true.
Number 8 is tell the truth or at least don't lie. He words it that way because sometimes people just don't need to know the fucking answer to the questions they're asking.
Mm-hmm.
Assume that the person you are listening to might know something that you don't. So like always, have your ears open, dude.
Another good one.
You might get a little spark of something from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Be precise in your speech. Mean what you say. Don't fuck around. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that one. That's a good one.
And then pet a cat when you encounter one on the street.
Nice.
That's 11. Don't bother children that are skateboarding. Don't fuck up other people's fun. And pet a cat when you encounter it on the street is the concept of like life moves fast or whatever that Matthew McConaughey quote was.
Yeah. If you don't take a moment to stop and look around, you might miss it.
Exactly. And just the way he narrates all his books, if you get the audiobooks. So it's way better.
Nothing like Kermit telling me what to do.
Exactly.
I don't see it. There's a lot of videos of them, like when he got kind of teared up when he was like, it's necessary or whatever. when he was like, it's not okay to be a man, it's necessary. That was the only time I ever heard like a little bit of Kermit in his voice when it was like breaking up. But
I've honestly never thought about it until you brought it up, and I've never heard anyone make fun of him for that.
You've never heard the Kermit memes? Oh
No.
my god, dude, they get shit on all the time. Anytime you see a Jordan B. Peterson clip on iFunny, go to the comments, and half of them will be about Kermit the Frog. It's
Really?
ridiculous because it's like, dude, he's supposed to be like the pinnacle of our generation, like, or what
He's looking out for us.
what we strive to be, at least as the iFunny community or whatever. And
just like Kermit was to the boomers back in the day.
Yep. Case
We're
closed.
all on the same page. Case closed.
Solved. This case is closed. All right, that's it.
Well,
That's
guys,
all we have.
Thanks for listening to episode 28.
30,
We
40,
sure, dude.
7, 46,
30, 47.
62,
That's a big number.
Two-
What's your phone number?
4, 6. No, this is episode. Man, I watched this show for so long and I couldn't. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Anybody who can comment what that show is from, I'll shout you out.
Better not be from Friends.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
I have no idea what that means.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Oh, wait, check out the anxietypool.com.
Yeah, check out our website.
And we're on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. No, we're not on SoundCloud. iTunes.
We're not on SoundCloud.
iTunes,
We are off of
Spotify.
SoundCloud.
We only got one episode on SoundCloud. They took
We got
them
the
all
free
down.
trial. We got the
took 'em
free
all down.
trial on SoundCloud.
It literally took our shortest episode and left it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Their servers must be huge.
Oh man, they've just got petabytes and petabytes of like mixtapes, bro. You have no idea. Hey, have you heard my mixtape? Check out my SoundCloud. Check me out.
Really?
Yeah, it's www.soundclo. Are you writing this down?
Yeah.